The Bahamian woman who used her personal savings to pay staff after the Fyre Fest fiasco has said thank you after the GoFundMe fundraiser to help her smashed its target and raised more than $180,000. Maryann Rolle, owner of the Exuma Point Bar and Grille, launched the crowdfunding campaign after her life was forever changed by the disastrous 2017 festival. A target of $123,000 was set to help her after her credit was ruined by Fyre Fest. But as of Thursday evening, $186,435 had been raised, and Maryann posed for a picture reading "Thank you GoFundMe" with a heart. The picture was captioned, "Love wins when awesome humans unite." Netflix, who screened the documentary highlighting her plight, also posted a thank on Instagram, writing, "Honestly, you guys are the real," followed by 2 fire emojis. It comes just days after organizer Ja Rule finally issued an apology to Maryann for his part in the Fyre Festival debacle. Ja wrote, "My heart goes out to this lovely lady, Maryann Rolle. We've never met, but I'm devastated that something that was meant to be amazing turned out to be such a disaster and hurt so many people. Sorry to anyone who has been negatively affected by the festival." Rule. Scroll down for videos. Share this article. Share. The Bahamian restaurant owner who was forced to pay staff out of her own pocket after Fyre Fest organizers failed to pay her, launched the GoFundMe hoping to appeal for help after she was left in a big hole. "It has been an unforgettable experience catering to the organizers of Fyre Festival," she said on the post. "Back in April 2017 I pushed myself to the limits, catering no less than 1,000 meals per day." Rolle shared that during the hectic festivities, her team delivered various meals throughout the day from Exuma Point to Coco Plum Beach and Rokers Point. She also detailed how the organizers of the festival also stayed at the rooms at Exuma Point and enjoyed multiple meals there as well. She continued, "As I make this plea, it's hard to believe and embarrassing to admit that I was not paid. I was left in a big hole. My life was changed forever, and my credit was ruined by Fyre Fest. My only resource today is to appeal for help." There is an old saying that goes, "Bad publicity is better than no publicity," and I pray that whoever reads this plea is able to assist. Rolle's heartbreaking story was highlighted in Netflix's Fyre, the Greatest Party That Never Happened. Both the documentary and Hulu's Fyre Fraud mention that Billy McFarland's careless actions and dealings surrounding the festival had tremendous impact on the people on the island and their economy. In the documentary, Rolle said, "I had 10 people working with me directly. They were just preparing food all day and all night, 24 hours. I had to pay all those people. I went through about $50,000 of my savings that I could have had. They just wiped it out and never looked back." Many people sympathized with Rolle's story and wanted to know how they could help the woman. For those of you asking how to help Maryann Rolle, the Bahamian woman who spent $50,000 of her savings to feed the local laborers who worked on the Fyre Festival, she has an official GoFundMe page, said Bluestone. McFarland, 27, pleaded guilty earlier earlier last year to charges related to swindling investors in the 2017 Fyre Festival in the Bahamas out of $26 million, in addition to cheating customers out of over $100,000 in a ticket scam. McFarlane's sentence was imposed collectively for all of the following, according to a statement released by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York. 1 count of wire fraud in connection with a scheme to defraud investors in Fyre Festival. 1 count of wire fraud in connection with a scheme to defraud a ticket vendor for the Fyre Festival. 1 count of wire fraud in connection with his operation of a separate sham ticket scheme in which he purported to sell tickets to exclusive events. 1 count of bank fraud for writing a check with the name and account number of one of his employees without authorization. And 1 count of making false statements to a federal law enforcement agent in which McFarland, among other things, falsely denied the wire fraud and bank fraud conduct to which he pled guilty. Following his guilty plea for the Fyre fraud scheme in March, McFarlane pleaded guilty to additional fraud crimes in July, including a $100,000 scheme where he sold fake tickets to the Met Gala, Emmy Awards and a Cleveland Cavaliers game that included a lunch with LeBron James.